Algebra 1 students, this is going to be into three parts because there's a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I'm just going to break it down into pages. So this will be page 15. So what we're doing today is we're using all the exponent rules. We have to figure them out and we have to find them as we read. As you can see this one, those parentheses mean that we need to distribute this third power to everything. This is that power to a power rule. So this means x squared to the third power and y to the third power. Well, this power to a power means that we multiply. So x to the sixth over y cubed. That's all done. Now on this one, we see that we have a negative exponent. So I could put all of this over 1. And remember, the negative exponent goes over the fraction bar. So I leave my 9 there. My 9 does not go. Only the x does. This would be x to the fourth now. When it flips over the fraction bar, it becomes positive. Now on number 3, I have both. So I'm going to distribute this negative third power to everything. So a to the negative third over b to the negative third. Then all those negatives are going to flip over the fraction bar. So the b is going to come up. A is going to go down, so the A is now down here and positive third. The B is now up here and positive third. Number 4. Let's flip all the negative exponents first. So the 3 does not move. That x now goes to the bottom, x cubed down there in the denominator. The y does not move. And that 2 comes up to the numerator as 2 squared. Well, we simplify. 3y we can't do anything with, but 2 squared is 4 over x cubed. Well, now I'm multiplying. I'm just going to multiply 3 times 4 and be done. 12y over x cubed. There's that one. Not too bad. Almost all of those are negative exponents except for the x cubed, so they're all going to go to the denominator. So that 4 squared goes to the denominator because it was negative 2. X cubed stays. Y to the negative fifth now goes down to the denominator as y to the fifth. And z to the first is now in the denominator. Then let's clean up 4 squared. Well, 4 squared is 4 times 4, 16. So our answer is x cubed over 16 y to the fifth, z. I don't need to say z to the first. I could say z to the first if I wanted. Now I see I've got quotient rule. I'm dividing. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. Well, I have a negative exponent here and here, so those are going to flip over the fraction bar. So a to the ninth is now in the denominator. B to the fifth is now in the numerator, and I leave my c up here in the denominator because this is really c to the first. And there's nothing more I can do with that one. Now in this one, I'm going to flip all the negative exponents and leave everything else. So the 6 does not move. The a to the fifth goes down to the denominator. That b squared stays up here in the numerator. That c to the negative third goes down here in the denominator. And then the 7d both stays down. Well, if I could do 6 divided by 7 and simplify that, I would, but I cannot. So I'm going to leave that, and our answer is done. There's no more like terms. Now in this one, I'm going to flip that negative 6, everything in that parenthesis. So this means y negative x to the sixth now. Then I'm going to distribute my 6 power to everything. So remember, this is negative 1. So I'm going to say y times negative 1 to the sixth times x to the sixth. Right? I distributed. Well, negative 1 to the sixth is negative 1 times 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 negative 1, which is positive 1. It's 1 times y times x to the sixth. Well, 1 times all of that doesn't change anything, so I'm just going to call it y x to the sixth. All right, there's page 15. Those are the ones that every single person should be able to do.